Hi Roxanne, just wanted to show you inside a few of the books for you to decide. This is a very popular book, All Better. It's got 5 bandage stickers. They're reusable stickers, so different band-aids in different colors, and then there's a little story of the animals and how they got hurt, and the kids can stick the band-aid on the animals. Lots of fun, very popular book. Kids love that one. They love activity books. This one is also very popular with kids your age, Nibbles the Book Monster. So they love this because it's very interactive. Nibbles is eating his way through different storybooks, really cute pictures. And the kids like that there's actual holes in the pages that they can put their fingers through and search for Nibbles on this page. And then there's actual more commonly known stories like Goldilocks in the book, and Nibble ate his way into the storybooks and found his way into those stories. There's Goldilocks, Little Red Riding Hood. He ate his way into that book too. And Jack and the Beanstalk. So just a lot of fun for the kids. And then you put him back in the crate at the end. So kids have a lot of fun with that one. This is one of our storybooks that I like, The Tale of Two Beasts. So it talks about the girl finding the beast in the forest. So the first part is the story of the girl finding the beast and taking him home and wrapping him up and loving the beast, showing him to all her friends. And then later in the story, the second half is the beast's perspective. And he talks about how he was playing in the forest and he was ambushed and tied up and taken off to her secret lair. So it's a really great conversation for kids to talk about different perspectives. This is another fun book because it's 3D, comes with its own 3D glasses, and then the kids enjoy looking at the pictures with their 3D glasses on. That's just a lot of fun. I wanted to show you the different body books. So here's Look Inside Your Body. So really nice flaps, and there's flaps within flaps in this book. Goes through just kind of the basics. This is for younger kids, just giving them a little basic anatomy. Very, very simple, very basic. And they love learning more by opening the flaps. This was the Human Body book, Shine a Light book that you were interested in. I think that's a great one. Great Shine a Light, the kids will love that. And you shine a light behind the page to see like the baby in the belly, and the lungs show up on that one. And so I think that's a great choice. For a little bit older, there's the See Inside Your Body, which goes into just a little more detail about the body systems. Gives a little more anatomy, but still in a very easy to understand way. I love the illustrations. You can peek behind the knee and see what the joint looks like. Even a little bit about how the brain works and how the senses work. So lots of great learning. And I'd say for about a 4-year-old, this big book of the body, and there's a whole series of big books on different topics like animals and sea creatures. This is the body one just to show you. And kids really enjoy this because the pages fold out to a really big fold out. Got the whole skeleton there, and then on the other side, all the muscles of the body. And again, just goes through some basic anatomy. Here's the blood vessels, the digestive system, what happens to our food, something kids are always really interested in. And another look at the brain. So just different ways of giving the information for different developmental ages. Just wanted you to see that. And again, the Lift the Flap books, the different Look Inside, See Inside series. This one's about our world, so they can just explore the different flaps, learn a little bit about geography, different landscapes, And again, just the fold out pages, and then there's flaps on the other side of the page. They just put a lot of thought into the children's development when they made these books. There's a lot of great detail, great illustrations, very kid friendly. So that's a great one. Our World. This is the What Are Germs book that I mentioned. Really cute, not scary for kids to understand what bacteria and viruses are in a really simple way, and teaches you how they multiply, for example, how they spread, how your body is able to fight germs. So it talks a little bit about the white blood cells, how medicine helps to fight germs, how we find medicines in different parts of our planet, and then what can we do to prevent germs. So it's not scary for kids at all. It's just a real kid-friendly way to talk about an important topic. And there's all different types. This is Why Do We Need Bees? How Do I See? It's another great one. So kids ask lots of questions, and curious kids are intelligent kids. So why do people need glasses? And there gives you a little picture. I don't know if you can see that. One's blurry and one's clear. So all the questions kids could ask about sight. This is a very popular one, How Things Work. So it talks about simple machines and how they work, to bigger machines, even how a car works. And again, the illustrations just make it so kid-friendly. How a piano works, how we make music. So even toilets, kids are fascinated with toilets. So that's a great one. And if you're looking for something for really beginning math and counting, Lift the Flat Numbers is a good one, just to introduce them to some numbers, colors. Here they are counting the animals at the zoo. How many elephants are there? And they count, and how many lions, how many zebras. The illustrations are just beautiful. Make it really, really fun for kids. I also love our illustrated series. This is the Aesop Stories for Little Children. So it makes the stories, they're a little bit shorter for being read to or beginning readers. Beautiful illustrations again. And of course, Aesop's fables have the wonderful morals to the stories. So these are pretty friendly for little kids. I do like the illustrated stories of Aesop, and what I love about the illustrated storybooks is they're hardcover, but they're covered in this soft material that feels really good on your hands. Has a ribbon bookmark, so it's great for bedtime reading. But this is probably a little older than your kids, but would be great for bedtime reading if your kids can pay attention to a longer story, and it's divided by different topics: greed, friendship, and then some of the famous stories, you know, The Fox and the Crow, and some that you might not know. So a little less illustrations, a little bit longer stories, but there's still only a few pages, so your kids could probably still pay attention to that. But probably for their ages, I would recommend this one. And then the Fables from Around the World would be for a little bit older, but these are some great, less commonly known stories. In fact, the Mulan story, The Fish of Maui, that Disney movie was based on, is in this book. And I just wanted to show this to you. I wanted to mention a lot of the Usborne books, they're not Disney stories. They're the old-fashioned fables, so they're more realistic to what the original stories were. They're not sanitized versions, so just so you're aware of that. But I think the Aesop Stories for Little Children has some pretty innocent stories, like the tortoise and the hare, things like that, ants and the grasshopper. So these are really sweet stories your kids would probably enjoy, and love all the illustrations. Just make it really fun for bedtime reading. So I hope that helps.